Sleeping well seems like a natural, almost automatic thing, but in reality, sleep is a complex and delicate process that can be disturbed by many factors, often without us realizing it. It's a bit like music. To play well, you need harmony, rhythm, and the right balance between notes. If even just one note is out of place, the entire concert suffers. The same applies to our rest. Today, I want to tell you about 5 fatal mistakes that many people make every evening, perhaps without even realizing it, that prevent them from sleeping well. And I assure you that these are mistakes I see constantly, mistakes that almost all of us make at least once in our lives. Maybe you wake up tired in the morning, feeling like you haven't rested at all, and you don't understand why. You think you've slept, but in reality, your brain hasn't done the work it needed to do. These mistakes not only compromise sleep quality, but also affect your energy levels the next day, your mood, your ability to concentrate, and even your long-term health. One of the most common mistakes is using screens before sleeping. We're talking about phones, tablets, computers, television. The problem is that these devices emit blue light, a particular light that our brain interprets as daylight. Think about this. Our body is programmed to follow the natural cycle of sunlight. When there's light, the brain understands it's time to be awake. When the sun sets, our body starts producing melatonin, the hormone that makes us sleepy. But if you look at your phone screen for half an hour before sleeping, your brain receives the wrong signal. It's like you're telling it, hey, it's not night, it's still day. The result, blocked melatonin production, difficulty falling asleep, and lighter, more fragmented sleep. You might still fall asleep, but your brain doesn't enter the deeper, more restful phases. For this reason, the best thing you can do is turn off screens at least an hour before bedtime. If you must use your phone, activate night mode, which reduces blue light, and try not to stay too close to artificial light sources in the evening hours. Another glaring mistake is consuming caffeine in the afternoon. Here we're not just talking about coffee, but also black tea, energy drinks, chocolate, even some carbonated beverages. The problem with caffeine is that it has a long half-life, which means it stays active in your system for hours and hours. If you drink coffee at 4 in the afternoon, know that at 10 in the evening, half of the caffeine is still circulating in your body. And even if you think you're immune because you're used to drinking coffee without problems, in reality, your sleep quality suffers. Caffeine stimulates the nervous system and prevents the brain from entering deep sleep phases. You might still fall asleep, but your sleep will be less regenerative. The solution? Avoid any stimulating beverages after 2 in the afternoon, and if you really want something hot in the evening, opt for a relaxing herbal tea. But if you think avoiding caffeine and blue light is enough to sleep well, you're wrong. Another fatal mistake is going to bed at a different time every evening. Our body loves routine. We function with a circadian rhythm, an internal biological clock that regulates the sleep-wake cycle. If today you go to sleep at 11, tomorrow at 1, and the day after at 10, your body doesn't know what to expect anymore. It's like constantly changing time zones without taking a plane. This completely disrupts melatonin production and makes you feel tired even after 8 hours of sleep. It's a bit like trying to keep a plant healthy without ever watering it at the same time of day. In the long run, the system breaks down. For this reason, it's essential to try to maintain regular hours, waking up and going to bed more or less at the same time, even on weekends. Another incredibly common mistake is exercising too late in the evening. Now, physical activity is excellent and helps you sleep better, but it depends on when you do it. If you work out at 7 in the evening, your body still has time to relax before going to bed. But if you do an intense gym session or go for a run at 9 or 10 at night, your body is still in active mode when you want to sleep. During physical exercise, your heart rate increases, body temperature rises, and the body releases cortisol, the stress hormone, which keeps you awake. Even if you feel tired after working out, your nervous system is still activated, and this can delay sleep or make it lighter. If you want to exercise without compromising sleep, try to do it at least 3 hours before going to bed, and, if possible, opt for more relaxing activities in the evening, like stretching or yoga. Finally, there's a mistake that almost no one considers but has a huge impact. Using the bed for activities other than sleeping. Our brain works through associations. If you study, watch TV, scroll through your phone, or even work in bed, you're teaching your brain that the bed isn't just for sleeping. And so, when you lie down to sleep, your brain is still active because it has learned that being in bed means being awake. It's a bit like trying to relax in a meeting room. Your brain will associate that environment with work and will struggle to relax. The trick is simple. Use the bed only for sleeping and intimacy. If you can't fall asleep within 20 or 30 minutes, get up and do something relaxing, like reading a book with dim light or meditating, then return to bed only when you feel sleepy. This way, your brain will reassociate the bed exclusively with rest. Now that you know these 5 fatal mistakes, you can do something to correct them. Sleep isn't just about hours slept, but about quality of rest. If you correct these mistakes, you'll notice the difference immediately. You'll fall asleep more easily, your sleep will be deeper and more regenerative, and you'll wake up with more energy. Don't underestimate the importance of sleeping well. The quality of your day depends on how you slept the night before. And when you learn to respect your sleep, your body and mind will thank you every day.